If you come to San Diego, stop by Shakespeare's pub to take on the Great White Whale Challenge. 2 pounds of fish, 2 pounds of fries, and a side of peas awaits you. Eat it all in 45 minutes, and the $30 meal is on the house, along with a free t-shirt. With no fanfare, no BS, and no Stalin, it's time to go hunting whale. Okay, so
Time. Start.
Welcome back to another freak eating challenge. It's 2018, but I still have a few videos from 2017 to edit and load up to the internet. This one happened in July 2017, right after I returned from Texas to film a couple episodes of The Great American Eat-Off with Gail Kasper. Going from a giant steak to a giant slab of fish isn't a big stretch of the imagination, but at least the price tag would be less punishing if I did indeed fail. I always appreciated that this challenge represented what seemed to me like a very English meal, fish and chips. A supersized English meal, but an English meal nevertheless. Of course, I'm speaking from the point of view of an American living on the West Coast who has spent exactly 0 days in his life in the United Kingdom. Perhaps there is a meal out there that is even more English than this, and if you are from the UK, please do me the honor in the comments section and let me know what English foods I should be eating instead of this. And please leave the suggestions about Marmite or Vegemite to a minimum. I know Vegemite's not English. I also promise not to practice my horrible British accent during the commentary on this challenge, and hopefully we have a deal. British history is among my favorite parts of European and world history, so as a teacher and student of history, it's actually a delight to be able to visit an actual English pub and sample their cooking. The entire staff of this place, more or less, seem to be from England. I didn't learn anything about the Stamp Act or the House of York, but I was satisfied with the rich flavor of the fish and the tenderness of the chips. They were neither burnt nor soggy. They reflected the perfect balance you need when you're cooking French fries, and so many American eateries get it wrong. I hate when my fries come out burned or hard, and I hate it just as much when they're undercooked or soft. The beauty of well-cooked chips or fries is that you can enjoy them and appreciate them without any excess toppings. I love ketchup, but I love the well-cooked potato even more. So how was the challenge? Not bad at all. It's actually among my favorite restaurant challenges of all time. I'd say it's about a medium level difficulty, good for food challengers who can handle the basic restaurant challenges, but who haven't yet tried to eat 5 pounds of food in one sitting. 45 minutes is a fair amount of time too. You can't assume that a newcomer to the challenge game is going to dust this thing off in 20 minutes, but you never know. You also don't want a time limit that's so ridiculously long that people sit at the table for hours. 45 minutes is indeed fair play. If you're curious, I originally completed this challenge several years ago, back before I began seriously documenting my food shenanigans for YouTube. That was way back in 2011, I believe. So naturally, a couple of things have changed. For one, they now give you one big slab of fish instead of 2 separate fillets. For another, there seems to be a lot more of everything. Well, not the peas. You get the same amount of peas as before, probably a quarter pound or so, but they're still not mushy. They weren't mushy then and they're not mushy now. But the fish and chips have definitely increased in their portion size. Perhaps too many people were completing the challenge and walking away with free meals. Who's to say? But it's still very doable, I think. And I don't believe in any event that this platter held more than 5 pounds of food anyway. If you can eat a 5-pound burrito, you can eat a 5-pound plate of fish and chips. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. As the eating got underway, I was very casual, just chatting it up with my fellow competitive eaters Kevin Ross and Frank Paulin, who had completed the challenge earlier in the day. Frank did the challenge right when the pub opened and walked away with the buzzer beater victory, and Kevin did the challenge for an episode of the Great American Eat-Off on Facebook. I got a link to that episode in the description section below if you want to check it out. As I was going about my meal, Kevin informed me that I was making good time, and he dared me to finish it faster than he had during the show. He finished it in about 22 minutes, so I accepted his dare. It wasn't the nicest way to go about the food, because I really enjoyed it, but I used ketchup and water liberally to get the fish and chips down as quickly as I could. I wasn't messing with the lemon wedges or the tartar sauce, and I made short work of the peas by trying to swallow them with minimal chewing.
I think I'm done. Excuse me. They don't care. Hear ye. I finished the great white whale.
I finished the challenge right at 14 minutes, which isn't terrible considering my mediocre pace at the beginning. I was satisfied, happy even, that I had made good on Kevin's dare, and quietly I wondered to myself if I could go back there one day and finish it in less than 10 minutes. I also wondered to myself how Shakespeare would feel about a pub in San Diego being named after him. Unfortunately, that's a question for another day, because I'm afraid dead men tell no tales, and unless you believe in some really wild conspiracies, Shakespeare has been dead a long time, and he ain't gonna be telling us anything. Well, at least the pub named after him has some damn fine food. If you enjoyed this video, be awesome and smash that like button before you go. I'll see you all in the next video, so until we do it again, stay in school, don't do drugs and eat like a freak, and have a happy new year.